Up next, I want to talk about how long until we are able to build intelligent machines like C-3PO. But first, we have to talk about what C-3PO is, which is a robot. The term robot came from a Czech word, a Czechoslovakian word of robots, which means forced labor, and it refers to featured characters that were thought of as a human-like machine. A robot's biggest presence is in manufacturing, the ability of repeating tasks quickly, efficiently, accurately. Recently, robots like C-3PO have or are being designed for use in hospitals, homes, toys, military, space, things that require that repetitive action and accuracy that humans either cannot do or places we cannot go, such as space. The advantage of being a humanoid robot is to assist humans. So C-3PO is a protocol droid for relationships between sentient life forms. We know he's fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. And we also know that he's analog, which is really cool. He has had all of his knowledge uploaded to his database prior to being functionable. So if he wanted to access more information, he would have to re-upload. There is no digital or wireless connection for him to access information. The closest thing that we have to a C-3PO is a butler bot by Honda, whose name is Asimo, A-S-I-M-O. It has eyes, it's battery powered, it can push carts, carry trays, it can run 4 miles per hour, it can sense obstacles, and it can respond to audio. I was doing some additional research and watching some videos on ASMO, and it's actually a little scary that we're closer to a C-3PO-like intelligent machine than we may think. I didn't even know about this, quote, droid until reading this book. And just to see its functions and what it can do, it's nowhere near ready for mass production or being trusted alone. It's still in the early stages of development, but it can do a lot right now, and I highly recommend just going to YouTube, type in ASMO, or ASIMO, however you say it, and check it out. It's really cool to see. But the thing is with AI, so you need AI to have a robot that is similar to a C-3PO droid. So you need AI, one that can adapt and understand, but most importantly, empathize, as for it to understand human states and feelings and to share that intimate information and making itself a useful robot. C-3PO, being fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, would require him to understand the emotion behind the language. Because when you're interpreting something, you have to know its tone. So to have an AI that can understand that and to empathize with human communication, that's one of the biggest components you would need to have for a C-3PO-like intelligent machine. We live in an age where smart tech surrounds us. As long as coding and programming allows it, I can see us having something like C-3PO as at the most obtainable goal to reach as a measure to Star Wars tech. Scientists speculate within the next 8 to 10 years, robots will begin to exist with us and be a part of everyday life, and to start to think and interact on their own. 8 to 10 years. That's crazy. In that amount of time, I don't think it'll be equivalent to a C-3PO droid, but we can already see it now. You know, Siri, Alexa, Amazon, all this stuff that can understand us and help our lives function a little quicker. Even cars, you know, self-driving, things like that. On top of that, Elon Musk, I learned this the other day, who's the creator of Tesla cars. He is creating a self-driving commercial truck to help with deliveries. And it is said that within the next 10 years, it'll take over the truck industry completely, which means that, you know, tons of employees would be out of jobs. And the truck industry it's a huge part of America, and I'm sure other parts of the world. But that's just an example of how close we're getting. And it may not be all fine and dandy, because, you know, they're replacing our jobs. And at that point, what is their function? If we don't work, how do we continue to live out our lives? So having an intelligent machine like C-3PO, it's very realistic.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.